Hi there. Such a pleasure that you agreed to this interview. I'm going to start with my first question. Can you introduce yourself and briefly describe your current research focus?
My name is Sylvia Wemanya. I'm a rising third year PhD student at Rice University, and I'm currently working on understanding the last 5,000 or 4,000 years, basically the transition from foraging to pastoralism. Like I'm questioning whether with the coming of the drastic climatic conditions, how were these people culturally responding to these adverse conditions? Were they changing how they were moving in the landscapes, or were they exploiting new resources? Were they, for instance, starting to rely on different subsistence strategies and the likes? And beyond just subsistence, I also want to see how they are kind of coming up with new social organization strategies to kind of cope with the changing environments.
Okay, that's perfect. My next question
Yeah.
would be, what motivated you to attend the scientific writing workshop, and what do you hope to gain from it?
So for a very long time, I've been thinking about writing for publication, and it's just been really difficult for me to start. And even the first question when I got here was just to ask my peers and our trainers, like, how do they even just start? Because I always like create all these folders. I'm like, yeah, this is what I need to do with this, but I just never find myself doing it. And so I love the fact that I was told that you just needed to write a sentence or two, and taking their advice, I've been able to at least now come up with a title, and I'm just working on the rest of the paper. So I'm just grateful at that time I was able to actually come, and at least there's that push, and seeing that everyone else is actually doing it has been really useful for me, because it's been now, I've come to understand that I can actually also do it.
Okay, perfect. So, based on what you just said, what do you consider the most valuable lesson or skill you learned at the workshop?
Um, the fact that just working with other people in the writing process makes it a little easier. And the fact that even the things you think that you know, there's always something new to learn. For instance, I had used Zotero before, but then I'd never been able to like switch to different writing journals or publishing journals, because I was mostly relying on the ones that are just present, like APA. But yesterday I was able to learn that you could actually maneuver through the software and actually choose the specific journals you wanted to write for, which was really interesting to learn.
Okay, great. What are your aspirations for the future, and how do you think the skills you have developed here might help you with that?
My aspirations for the future is that I'm able to actually not only publish this specific work that I'm working on, which is like work from my master's thesis, but also going into my qualifying year as a PhD student. I hope that this writing workshop will actually be like the kind of baseline of what is to come, that I'll be able to not only just write papers for the purposes of like getting my candidacy, but rather being able to actually publish some of those papers I'll be working on this coming year.
Okay, perfect. Um, Last question would be, what would be your top tip for your peers related to scientific writing and workshops? Like, what is your take-home message?
My take-home message is that whenever there's an opportunity for writing workshops, just go to them. There's always to learn.
Okay, so my last question to you would then be, what would be your top tip for your peers related to scientific writing and workshops? What's your take-home message?
My take-home message is that whenever there's an opportunity for writing workshop, it's important that they attend. It's important that they are willing to learn as much as they give, because every one of them has something to offer, and there's always something new to learn. So I think for me, it's mostly just go there whenever you have the time to do so.
That's perfect. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much for having me.